Hello everyone and welcome to another video. This drawing's today name is Lily, and I got this name, as you'll see later on. It's actually lily pads in the lake or pond that she's in. So that was the inspiration for the name, and today I just wanted to go with something that encompasses how I do my watercolors right now. And I kind of do them differently than I did like a couple months ago. So I kind of changed my style and how I paint and add layers and things like that. So that's what I'm showing to you guys today. So before I was actually painting, and then I just decided that, maybe I should record this because it'll just be like a catch up or an update since I haven't uploaded a video in a while. So now I'm doing just my next layer, because with skin and hair now, I do at least 3 to I think at least 6 layers. It all depends on where the painting is going and how the certain amount of layers look so far, and if I'm happy with it. So right now I'm just adding some shading to the areas, because the first color was just the base color that I wanted to use as just highlight in certain areas. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just using this next color as the next overlay and just leaving certain areas where I want it to be just the highlight color. And I put the most pigment on the nose and under the eyes, because under the eyes is where I mostly put my shading and just that effect. And then the nose is also where it's supposed to be some shading, and of course under the neck there that you see. And I add some other areas there for shading. And mostly I just wanted to get the areas like the collarbone, and of course encompass how the shadow would be under the arm. And this is how it looks up close. So now I'm just taking my largest round brush in the size of 10, because my round brushes by Dynasty, I will put the supplies that I use down below, are a small range that goes from 0 to 10 in 2s. So this is the largest one. It's in the amount of 10. So right now I'm just using this brush to lay down the first layer of blue. And I made sure that I made certain areas darker than other ones, because I wanted it to not be just a flat wash of blue. I wanted to have some different areas where it's light or darker blue, just a little bit of variation. So then after I did that, I took just a darker blue pigment, and I just used that to add shadow, and then I took some water just to water it down a little bit. Now after that, I'm just using different shades of green, and I'm just laying down the shadow and the highlight on each lily pad. And I actually used 3 different shades of green for the lily pads, and I used one that was yellow greenish type color, and then I used one that was a lighter shade of green, and then I used one that was just basically just green pigment with black, and those together to make the dark green color. And on certain petals it was a light shading where I just took the regular green color and the yellow green color together, or where I took all 3 together. That was one that I did away in the end. And then I had some where some of the lily pads was just like dark, where it was just green with like dark green. And now I'm just taking a light shade of pink that is very watered down. And after that, I just took just regular red pigment and just used that as shading. And here I'm using my Sargent Art color pencils. This one that I'm using right now is, I believe, dark brown. And before it was just too harsh. So I just decided to use it like in certain areas like the roots and areas where I wanted a little bit more like darker shading. And right now I'm using brown and just laying down more shading colors, but not as dark as it was with the dark brown, of course, because you know dark brown. But the dark brown is really like close to black, if I'm honest, in this set. So brown is really like a dark brown other than like a lighter shade. And then after that I took dark brown again, and I just basically used that to line the skin because I wanted this picture to seem soft, the colors to be, you know, bright, but I didn't want anything to seem like too dark. And that's definitely what I achieved here. So I did not use any ink pens or my black Sargent Art pencil, because the black Sargent Art pencil is like really dark. It's like as if I'm inking, but of course with, you know, the texture of color pencils. And I just use that for the ear, of course, because before it seemed like the ear was disappearing in the hair. So I was going to just leave it the way it was, but then I was like, yeah, let's bring the ear out there. So that's definitely what I did. Then I used it for the eyelashes and just the shape of the like nose, because for the eyelashes I was debating if I wanted to use the black, but I just, you know, kept going with the theme of keeping it light, you know. And the eyes was already brown, but it was like a hazel type brown, and it's, I promise you, it's not the same color as it looks, as the hair as it looks on camera. And now I'm just using burnt sienna was the color that I used for the lips, and then for the tear duct in the eyes I just used red. And this is the finished drawing here. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video, and I'll promise I'm going to start uploading more. So see you in my next video, guys.